Do you have a great idea for a podcast? Or maybe you already have a podcast, but you're getting overwhelmed with editing or production? Head over to EndeavorPodcastSolutions.com. They have everything you need, from intros and outros to editing work, voiceover, you name it. That's EndeavorPodcastSolutions.com. Podcasting simplified.
So, I don't know how else to put this. I feel like lately all of the bad news has come from me. But we found out today that Mike is no longer on the show. And I don't know what to say. I mean, I thought it was a little conspicuous for the last 81 weeks when he hasn't been here. But I never really thought it would come to this. So, yeah, as of tonight, December 6th, 2019, Mike is no longer a part of Needless to Say. This and other gifts will be discussed tonight on the latest episode of Needless to Say. Maestro, if you will.
Hello, welcome back to Needless to Say. I'm Craig, and I'm here with Pride and Prejudice. What's up, guys?
Describing himself.
Yeah.
I'm Dave. That's Brad over there.
And that's lack of pride and an abundance of prejudice. That's your full Christian name. You got to get it out there. Put it down as the government knows you. The fuck is going on? I guess I got to start with the disclaimer about the intro.
Yeah.
Mike, we're fucking kidding.
Yeah.
And by Mike, I mean the guy who used to be on the show and doesn't listen anymore.
Yeah.
But if you are listening off chance, or anybody who knows you, I'm fucking kidding. Come on now.
We knew we were off the show last week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
After he sent the memo with a carrier pigeon.
Yep. So what's going on, guys?
Not much, man.
How was your week?
I'm feeling like we're kind of getting back to normal. I hate to say it right before Christmas, but
yeah,
we had a busy. It was a busy month. We went from Comic-Con, like Halloween,
Yeah.
Comic-Con, and then we had a couple busy weeks, just crazy things going on.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving, and now it's like, all right, we got a couple weeks of just normalcy.
Yeah, and then Brad threw a fucking wrench right in that for next week.
Yeah.
You know, actually, it's not me.
Yeah. No,
I was going to save this for mine, but I want to throw this out there. This one goes out to the fucking Armenians. They're the ones responsible for next week, and my wife is sitting at home nodding.
Yeah.
And she's probably going to kill me because I'm pretty sure they know we got this show.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure they got hitmen, too. They're Armenians, for
They're
fuck's sake.
Armenians, of course they do.
Shout out to Armenia.
Yeah.
Big love for y'all.
Big love for you.
Big
Your
love.
giant gold chains.
Exactly.
And chests.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but they do have top buttons on those shirts. But the fucking Armenians, who will go nameless, but I'm pretty sure it ends in Aryan or Enian,
Yeah.
decided in the 11th hour that they were going to take my wife this close to Christmas and fly her to Vegas.
Yep.
For work. And it's work. That's fine. But this show has been planned for months. And then they decide in the 11th hour that they're going to just bring her, which fucked up all sorts of planning I had.
Yep.
And then on top of it, you know, part of my job, the 25% rule, I have to be in New York X amount of time because I work at home. She's in front of them every fucking day.
Yeah.
It wasn't as necessary.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
She's going to fight me. We're going to have to hit pause by the time we play this episode back. But I really don't fucking care. And so, yeah, to Armenia.
You just took out a whole country. Now, you got a whole race of people. Because
And you're smiling about it.
it's funny. It's not just me.
That's right.
What I love is how buoyant their chest hair is. It keeps their medallions above and away from them.
So they don't sweat behind it.
Yeah.
Who knew precious metals could float?
Exactly. It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
On top, I'm pretty sure Chris Angel, Armenian.
Yeah.
His real name is Chris Angelian.
And Jillian, yeah.
His fucking hair's an optical illusion.
It shows his talent.
Off. Yeah.
Shows his talent. He's a magician. He does one thing.
He's a lisp with a toupee. He's the worst.
I saw him live once. He's actually really good.
No, he's not.
Now, he had that show on TV for a little while. I was watching it. He does some cool shit.
Mind freak.
Yeah.
Mind
He
freak.
does shit.
Mind freak carrion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's just one of those street musicians who was like, you know what? I'm going to turn it into
Magician.
He's like,
I know. Words that start with M.
what? Magicians.
You said musician.
I said
He
magician.
wants to be a musician.
No, that he does. Well, maybe I did say it like that because he does. He wants it to be
Mortician?
a rock and roll show.
Street mortician?
Magician.
Hey, it's Vegas. Who knows?
You never know.
Well, Melissa will tell us next week.
Yeah.
She comes back. I saw Chris Angel selling hot dogs.
She comes back. She's got a pocket full of cards for fucking escorts.
And one street mortician.
Yeah. No,
Cremation while you wait.
Chris Angel's like that though. He was just a street magician that turned it into adding a fucking flair to it. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
tries
he's
to
like,
do his magic shows
stage
like they're,
show,
like
adding
they're
a
rock
stage show.
shows.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
he
exactly.
Yeah, he wants to be a rock star that can do magic tricks.
Yeah.
And he's on his way. He's got that fucking Nikki Sixx hair thing going on, man.
Yep.
I can't.
What, it's fake?
I mean, toupee.
Yes. It's awful.
Yep.
And then his little lisp just drives me
It's
fucking crazy.
Well, let me pull this rabbit out of my hat.
You are a grown-ass man. Fix that. Make your lips pretend like they know how to work.
Control your tongue.
Yeah.
Should not hit your bottom teeth.
Like, if you can pull off optical illusions, pull off an audio one. And stop spitting.
I'm going to slip out of this straitjacket.
Mike Tyson's at home. I love this guy.
Yeah. That's like the fucking Flex Seal. Who in the fuck decided that their spokesman should be a guy with a lisp? It's called Flex Seal. They're like, Flex Seal, it'll cost $2,000. Like, Jesus, dude.
Fucking Porky Pig.
Yeah.
Hawking glue.
Oh, God. But
Well, I mean, but when she gets back from Vegas, I imagine we'll get into Christmas finally.
Yeah.
And that was my week. I hijacked Dave's, but fuck it.
But at that point, it's only a week or so until Christmas, right?
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. And if I have to go to New York the following week, then
That
my kids
sucks.
aren't seeing both of their parents together for the entire fucking month.
Best
Yeah.
present ever.
yeah.
No dad. No.
Yep. They're psyched at
Yeah.
that point.
They'll get along great with my kids.
Yeah.
But no,
They're
that-
like his Nanny McFeedle.
Yeah,
McAlcohol
alcohol.
show coming.
You know we're going to call on you, right?
Yeah.
Get them off the bus, you prick.
Yeah.
Act like you care. Get them off the bus. Dave, how was your week?
It was fine. My week was fine. There was nothing too crazy going on. I actually went out, met out our friend Erica for drinks last night. We are on the same team at work, even though the team
But
is
not
like
in
remote.
life.
No, definitely not. No. That's not necessarily true. We both like women.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically,
we're on the same team.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, like we when we had an office up here, we would see each other every week and work together. And I don't have like that group of work friends. Craig
Yeah.
has his two hands. Brad has people he sees in New York every so often, but I don't get that anymore. Like, so it's
Yeah.
just me at work and home, and she's the same way. So she was like, "Hey, it's been a while. Why don't we go out and grab a beer?" So we went out and grabbed a couple beers last night,
Nice.
and she was joking. She's like, "I have a bone to pick with you guys." I'm like, "First time in your life, huh?"
Yeah.
And she,
You just never turn it off.
no, I can't.
Yeah.
But she's a good sport. She said,
I mean,
every
you turned
time-
her off.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She said every time she drives by a Cardi's billboard, she laughs and then gets mad at us.
It laughs and
She's
gets
like,
mad.
"It's so funny," and then I hate you guys for making me think it's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, can we raise a glass in the middle? To 66% of that billboard.
Yeah.
Well, we just raised 2 glasses. We'll leave 1 down.
They're still shaving pricing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So she definitely appreciates the humor and hates us at the time. She's like, it shouldn't be funny, but it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I can tell you this now. She did that intro for us, about 4 or 5 months ago.
It was over the summer, I think.
Yeah, it was over the summer. Yeah.
It was
Yep.
fantastic.
Loved it.
But at one point, Dave sent something that basically indicated that we believed the shit that we were saying, me and Craig.
Yeah.
And then sent it to her, and then just sent us screen caps going, look what I did, fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normally, none of us would give a shit. This bothered me. I did not want her thinking this way about us.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she gets it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
She's hilarious.
She definitely
and
does.
the next stop for a beer is at this table. Erica, come on down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
Now,
idea.
not go
that's
on
it.
down. I realize this isn't your flavor.
Yeah.
But come on down. We'd love to have you. It's at Dave's house, so it's a relatively safe space.
Yeah. Relatively. Yeah.
Yeah, disregard the claw marks in the basement door.
He's just like Clemson Tigers roar.
That's right. That's right. She loves kitties.
Shit.
That was pretty much my week, man. It was, we've got the 2-year-old is starting to act like a fucking 2-year-old now.
Nice.
I got into a full-blown fight with her either last night or the night before about brushing her goddamn teeth.
Yep.
Just lost her
Full-blown
mind.
fight.
Lost her. I'm trying to argue with a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
There's no logic there.
It doesn't end soon. You remember
No, I know
this?
that.
Yeah.
I know that. But I had a lull for a while.
Yeah.
And now that lull's disappearing, and I'm not enjoying it. I'm remembering again, like, why. 2 is okay. It's when they get closer to 3 that was fucking worst.
Yeah.
Wait until 4 when they start coming up with tricks.
Well, see, that's the thing. At 3, they can not only have their own thoughts, but they can vocalize it clearly. Right now, she's good. She can get a few things out, like words, partial sentences, and things. But once they can formulate full, cohesive thoughts, fucking game over. The other night, Ryan was giving her a bath, and I went in there because they were laughing. And I started to say something. The 2-year-old goes, "No, Daddy, stop talking." And then she pointed and said, "Couch." She kicked me out.
Kicked you
She told me to shut up and
and
leave.
get out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do the same thing, but we know the couch can't handle it.
That's right.
That's fucking awesome. I love that kid.
That's the thing. I'm like, I get pissed, but then at the same time, I can appreciate the humor in there.
Yeah.
It's like, son of a bitch, she got me.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her next 2 words. Sick burn, Dad.
Probably more gonna be like lame.
I hope she comes to you tomorrow. Choke on that, slap nuts.
I wouldn't be shocked. Would not shock me.
David just high-five her.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like,
I got nothing.
Yeah. That's it.
like, well done, kid. Daddy's done his job.
So I have to mention this. We have had a bit of a drop in listenership, and that's because most of those who work on their knees are sad that Craig hasn't had a work story in a while.
Right?
So, Craig, how was your week in review?
It was all right. I didn't work yet.
No, I know.
How's that going for you?
But I figured we'd set up with a preview.
Yeah. I am finally going back to work on Monday. Excited about that. I'm excited and I'm not. Like, I'm enjoying this because I don't fucking like my job. You know? I do and I don't, and I think the break was needed.
I think you like what you do.
Yeah.
You like your job, but you don't like where it is right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that's the thing. And
I think you're a spoiled bitch who's never happy. I say up, you say down. You don't want to be at work.
fuck, I'm not. Are
Brad's
my glasses mirrored?
Brad's having a moment of self-reflection all of a sudden.
Exactly.
I was hoping you'd go there with that. I couldn't even follow up on it. I was just trying to make you sound like an ungrateful bitch because you had like a month off.
Yeah.
And your hand works now.
Yeah.
So Brad just complained about you complaining.
Yes.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nobody gets out alive.
It's like, you're doing that all wrong.
Yeah.
You can't even be upset
You
correctly.
can't even be upset, right? Yeah.
I would have complained differently.
Yeah.
So I expected that to go differently, but continue.
Yeah. Nah, I'm excited to get back to it. I actually am excited to get back. My business partner, God bless him, has been taking a fucking beat in these past week. He's like calling me like, no, wait, when are you coming back?
I mean, you've been out for a month.
A month.
So he's been doing the work of one man for a month.
Yeah.
Has he been taking the same jobs?
Yes.
So it's like nothing's changed except it's 50% manpower.
He hasn't been taking the same jobs. He was trying to take smaller jobs. And what was happening was one of the companies that we subcontract for kind of booked him for the whole time I was out. And he was like, okay, thinking like, and he knows he's by himself and he's thinking, all right, I'm going to be taking care, like he's just going to be giving me jobs I can handle. And that wasn't the case.
They were giving
giving him normal work, and he kept going in like, what? And he's like, well, I'll send one of the guys from the shop with you. And it's like, that doesn't work.
No, because then you have to teach that guy how you work for half the day.
For half the day. And not only and this isn't it's not a job that you learn overnight. To know this job, you got to be someone's helper for at least fucking 2 years.
You establish like a working relationship. Like you know, like you and your partner know how each other work.
Yes.
How to get jobs done. You could probably do it without even communicating.
Yes.
When you bring in someone new, even if they're skilled, you still don't have that relationship yet.
Yeah.
I get that. It makes sense.
And not that like you said, he wasn't mad at any of these guys. They're coming in to help, but they're basically in the fucking way.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah, he can carry a mean toolbox.
Yeah.
You know? But he doesn't know how to do anything else. So, yeah, he's helping him move furniture and stuff like that. And then it's over. Mm-hmm. Now he's doing everything else himself. And that sucks. You know what I mean? So I feel bad for him, but not that bad. And
bad-ish.
Bad-ish. I feel bad-ish. No, but I'm just losing my mind now. Sitting stagnant at home. It's getting sickening. Yeah, it's fucking sickening.
I knew you were getting bored when you said to us on our chat that I'm sick of watching TV.
Yeah.
Because for a year that I've been on the show now, almost every week you've talked about some of the amazing, awful things you've watched on TV and been excited about it.
And I get excited about it.
When you weren't excited about watching TV, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah. It was getting sickening. So I'm excited. I can't wait to get back.
So officially, when are you starting back?
Monday morning.
First thing. So by the time everyone hears this, you'll have started back.
I'll be back. Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
How's your hand?
Good. Other than it opened up that day.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So, but it's good. It's good to go.
I'd normally make a jerk off joke, but I feel like we've done it.
Yeah.
But I got another joke for you. Why are turkeys better than chickens?
Why?
Because chickens are just common farm animals, but turkey committed genocide against all of Armenia.
Jeez. I didn't see that going there.
It was 1915. Too soon?
Yeah.
So apparently Brad's Christmas wish is for he and his wife to collect unemployment.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd say keeping up with the Armenians. But they're going nowhere fast, so whatever.
It's easy to jog next to a goat.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, exercise kind of takes us naturally right into our first topic of the week.
It does.
It does.
Totally
It kind of does.
From a non-Armenian company.
That's right.
But there was a big controversy this week. I'm not even going to read a headline, but this was like the worst social media explosion I've seen in a while. Like, this thing took on a life of its own, and it actually happened. We have this work chat program called Slack, and we use that, and this is where we kind of have our chat away from the company, and we're all talking to each other, and somebody presented the fact that the new Peloton ad for that indoor, it's an exercise bike with a TV on it.
Yeah.
Can we just call it what it is?
And an app that you're going to pay $40 a month for.
Yeah, and on top of the $4,000 you got to lay out.
I didn't realize it came with a subscription.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
For that app, you can still use the bike without it.
Right.
But you mean you can pedal?
Yeah.
They don't lock the pedals on you if you don't subscribe.
Yeah. All those classes, it's $40 a month.
Well, it's not just classes. You can also download new mountains and new tracks. So like you could like ride the Tour de France.
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
If you wanted to, yeah.
And then you can be there. Somebody's got a camera on his helmet, and he's riding with it, you know?
And a lot of times, like with the app, too, the trainer, because it's live. It is live. The guy can talk to you directly. It's almost like doing a live thing, Facebook thing, like a FaceTime thing with the trainer. And there's obviously a bunch of other people in the room. But they can change the settings on your bike, too.
No shit.
From their thing. Yeah, they like...
Come on,
like
Dave, you're not trying hard enough.
Trying hard enough. You hardly look like you're dying. Yeah.
I'm deducting another $40 from your account, you fat fuck.
But yeah.
What are you going to do? Go to the bank? No, you're not.
Yeah. What I would love to do, pay the $40 a month and sit on my Peloton bike just eating pizza and drinking a beer and staring into the camera and burping. Just like, what? Fuck you ride. I'm just watching the mountain.
I would love to do that running butthole challenge onto the bike.
Yeah.
So everybody in the class could see. Because if that doesn't motivate you to pedal faster, I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Peloton was a big deal. Basically, the gist of the commercial, if you managed to avoid Twitter this past week, was that the husband brought his wife downstairs, and it looked like it was an early Christmas gift.
Yeah.
And he took the blindfold off her, and her reaction, it was just the actress's reaction, but it seemed like she was a little bit alarmed. She's like, "Oh, you got me an exercise bike." The girl weighs $110 dripping wet.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, you got me a Peloton." She goes, "A Peloton." It actually seems like excitement, like, you did get it for me.
I can see where there was confusion, because she didn't seem like she was saying, "Oh, just what I wanted."
Yeah.
She was saying, "Oh, you got me a Peloton. You think I'm a fat ass.
You think I'm a fatty, you prick." And then they started fighting, and the cops showed up for a domestic. There's beer cans. Oh, no, wait, that was in Florida.
Well, let me tell you where it went. I work with a very liberal company.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the reaction in my chat room, to be quite candid, was very, wow, she seemed like a kept woman. And she seemed like she was only doing this to keep her husband happy. And he was shaming her.
Yeah.
And she was so skinny to begin with, and I think you noted this in your notes, is that she was already perfect.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the thing.
That was the thing, and I read the article about this, and it said that they were trying to show how these bikes and exercising can impact your life in ways you didn't expect.
Right.
And have improvements and things. I'm like, that's all well and good,
Yeah.
but you can't start with perfect.
Yeah.
Like, they live in a mansion, this big, huge house. They come downstairs with the daughter, and everybody's happy, and like, all right, you got to make perfect more perfect.
Did you notice she went through all the seasons, too? That's why they had the giant windows there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, all the seasons happened. She was still doing it. She was still
Doing
sticking
it every morning
But
and
she's
recording.
taking those selfie videos like she's trying to prove that I'm getting your money's worth, honey.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you. And I think the vibe for people who are uber sensitive was that she seemed like a kept woman who was trying to do this just to keep her husband happy.
Yeah. All right. So I get that, but I would looked at it more like the fact that she asked for it for Christmas. He was
Maybe
like,
that
okay.
happened.
He's like, I got you one.
They didn't show him coming downstairs and throwing the Peloton down in a well and saying, it puts its fat ass on the bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you this. If they had started out with a woman who was slightly overweight by what we considered to be traditional convention,
It'd still be
and then
popular.
she lost weight, wouldn't that even be worse? Because wouldn't we basically be shaming her in her starting point?
Yes.
And saying that you've got to work your ass off to get to what we consider to be an ideal body?
It would be, but do you know what? But my thing too is this is the other thing. It's Peloton. It's a fucking $3,000 fucking exercise bike that you have. Then you have to pay $40 a month. They're not targeting the average middle class person. They're not. Look at the house that it was in.
I was going to say, they're targeting kidnappers who are ballsy enough to kidnap somebody with giant floor-to-ceiling windows.
If your exercise room in your house has fucking 8-foot windows, floor-to-ceiling windows on 3 sides, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just, to me, it's a high-end bike. They're targeting a high-end audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe the husband was like, hey, you're going to stop drinking that boxed wine all day because you don't fucking work, and stop taking those fucking Valiums and get on that fucking bike and pedal so you don't fucking die next year. Not because you're fat. Our family wants you around, you fucking Valium-induced soccer mom.
Could you imagine like a follow-up commercial? They do like an Easter commercial. It's like, I got 2 black eyes, but rock hard abs.
But rock
riding her bike with 2 steaks on her face.
$40 a month is nothing compared to what I spend on frozen peas.
Well, do you remember their commercials last year? Last year, they and I just thought of this. Their commercials last year were spouses or significant others gifting a Peloton bike to whoever, but it was hidden somewhere, and the other person found it before Christmas and was using it secretly.
Oh yeah.
Like they found it like in the shed or the basement, and they would put the bow back on it like they didn't see it yet. So like it was the same concept. Someone giving them a Peloton bike, but that showed them being excited to have it, not feeling like they had to use it.
Yeah, and like I said, I get all right. Maybe it wasn't filmed in the way that it came across, which I didn't see anything wrong. I watched it. I was like, it's a fucking commercial for an exercise bike. What are they supposed to do? Put it there and just have her hang a fucking shirt on it and walk away?
See that?
And the cleaning lady comes in and dusts it off. What the fuck?
The best commercial they can release right now is her not using it. And then the husband saying, "Hey, how come you don't use your Peloton?" And she's like, "Because I'm already perfect, fucker."
Because I'm perfect, bitch. Now get on it.
Yeah.
You know what pissed me off?
And she
about
throws
this?
a pack of fucking Blue Chew at him.
They should team up with the Adam and Eve people.
Yeah.
Put a dick on that thing and just ride harder. I gotta tell you, I get more offended by the car commercials this time of year than I do about the fucking exercise bike, because everybody needs to exercise. We're all supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Whether you're already skinny or not, exercise is still necessary.
It's still, yeah.
There's no reason that you say, I can't decide which fucking Mercedes I want. I'm going to buy them both.
I'll buy them both. One
They're
for me,
targeting the same audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I started to say is, what pissed me off about the Peloton commercial was not the insinuations about him doing all this stuff, was that it was the story was stretched out over a year, right? So for Christmas the next year, her gift to him was the videos on her phone that he's probably already seen. He's like, "Great, I spent $3,000 for a bike, and you show me videos on your phone."
Well, she doesn't have a job.
He spent her allowance on her gift.
Yeah.
All she could give him was a video.
The best of it, she like handed him that video, and you see her unwrapping a present in the background, and it's a Dyson vacuum.
There's a duster in her stocking.
Yeah.
Just one card, and you'll like it.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. No, but people dig way too deep into shit, man.
Way too
It's just
much.
everybody's got way too much fucking time on their hands, and that's coming from a guy who has had nothing to do for a month.
I'm actually going to buy one of those giant car bows, though, and put it on my incapacitated Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah.
Just make the neighborhood think that somebody gifted me this thing. This giant planter that lowering my property value right now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call Uber in the morning, like get the fanciest car and put one of those bows on it, and then when my wife walks outside and gets all excited, I'm just gonna peel out and take off.
Wait till she gets close and they flip on the little Uber logo light, the windshield.
And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I hand her a luggage thing.
Merry Christmas, you don't need to take the bus today. But at the end of the day, it's a fucking commercial. They're trying to sell something for Christmas.
Yeah.
It wasn't offensive unless you were looking for something to offend you.
Everything can be twisted into something. That's the thing.
I was amazed by how it took off in our group chat. You know, we tend to overreact to things in there. I'm a little older than everybody in there, and by that I mean a lot older.
Yeah.
You know, there was a kid, I was looking at colleges when he was a fetus.
Yeah.
And he's a coworker of mine, and we're peers.
Yeah.
You know, and so trying to imagine that I'm on the same mental capacity as him, or the same mental space, I should say, as him, is obnoxious.
You're not.
He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get it. But the reaction to this, I felt like was the worst of the internet. And we've covered this on this show so many fucking times. But I really feel like this was the internet just taking everything one level further. All it takes is for one person
to write something,
Or just
and then
point-
someone else
point out
just
one thing.
point out one thing, and then someone says, "Oh, I didn't even think about it like that, but goddamn, he's right," and it spreads like a fucking disease.
I mean, to the point where the actors in the commercial are doing interviews now saying, we didn't intend it that way. We're trying
No.
to sell a bike
trying to
here.
sell-
We're
matter of
trying
fact,
to
if you-
justify an $8,000 fucking exercise
and that
bike.
chick's like, "Have you seen that my ass? Since I've done that commercial, I'm looking for work. I like to, you know."
I don't even feel it when he hits me.
Yeah.
His hand hurts more than my ass does.
It's fucking it's so ridiculous, but I mean, whatever.
If I had a Peloton, I would sign up for the mountain biking course. I would do it twice, and then I would yell at my wife for getting me an $8,000 bike.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Is it's
One of my favorite tweets about the whole thing this week, though, was oh God, only if they made a Peloton with 2 wheels so she could escape. That killed me dead.
yeah,
Killed me. As the fucking kids say in my office, dead.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Dead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just like her now, because there was
Yep.
controversy about the commercial and we exposed him, so she's gone.
Yep, she's got. Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, let's move on. Speaking of dead,
Yeah.
let's keep with the theme of gifts.
Yes.
Okay. A loaded gun was found inside a baby gift bought at a Florida thrift store.
Yeah.
My God, I'm talking like fucking Chris Angel in Jellian.
I was excited. I was like, that is fucking awesome.
Well, then, by all means, tell us about the article.
Well, it was, I mean, right away I was like, happy birthday, kid.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. Everybody was all freaking out. An assault rifle and the thing. It was a 22.
It looks like an assault
Everybody
rifle.
settled down. It's a 20.
Yeah, to
Don't
an
get me
untrained
wrong.
person, to
Don't get
someone
me
that
wrong.
doesn't know, it looks like an assault rifle.
It's a gun.
It's also a gun that showed
a
up
gun.
when you were expecting a baby Einstein.
Yeah, yes.
It's also when your cheap ass fucking friend stopped at a thrift store to buy your kid a fucking present.
This is in Florida. It was like, it's Macy's.
You see, I read this all wrong. I read this as just an advertisement. It's in Florida.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Surprise! You'll never know what you find at Bob's thrift store.
It was
I bet
great.
Bob's thrift store got flooded with customers after this
The
came
funny
out.
thing was it said the husband immediately thought it was,
was
a
for
gift for
him.
him.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you got me a gun." He was,
He
all,
was all
excited.
excited.
He thought it was Baby Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
But then the funny thing was is people were complaining that it might have been a sham because the gun doesn't look like it fits in the box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then the guy said he posted video, but I didn't see the video anywhere.
I didn't either.
So he said he posted video to prove that the gun did fit in the box. Maybe if you broke it all down, it would fit in the box. But if you broke it all down, it's not a loaded weapon anymore. They're saying a loaded gun was found.
It was
But you know what's
supposed to
great
be a
about-
mobile that hung above a crib. Why are we not getting past it? You're talking about caliber of weapons.
It's
No,
still
It was
counting.
a weapon that showed up in a baby Einstein.
It's got a handle. You can hang that.
Yeah, you could have
Spin it.
spun that thing around. The best part, especially the bullets, the shiny.
Yeah.
And you click them together.
Click them together.
But the best is, I love that it's because it's Florida. This is one thing I have to say I like about Florida. The cops showed up and they're like, "Damn, yeah, you can keep it."
Like you ran over a deer.
And then the next day they call them up. They're like, "You know what? We're gonna need to take that gun back because we got to run it through database and stuff. And then if nobody claims it in 60 days, you can have it back." So in 60 days, this guy's potentially got himself a nice gun. You know,
Right.
but I love the fact that the original officer was like, all right.
Eh,
Yeah, you're fine. Keep it. Then they're like,
Yeah.
hey, wait, that might have killed somebody.
yeah.
That's the thing is it could have been used in,
That's what
in
I said.
a crime.
It's like finding like an onion ring in your thing of French fries,
yeah.
but for murder.
Yeah.
Almost the same.
It's a varmint gun. Is what it is. That's what it is. It's a plinkster, they call it. Don't get me wrong. A 22 will kill somebody. You can kill somebody with a 22. It's not. That's not what I'm saying.
Especially at Babies
But-
R Us.
But
Yeah.
in Florida, in Florida, you're using those guns.
It's a nuisance gun.
For rats.
It's a nuisance.
It is.
It is.
Like
You know?
babies.
Yes, like we said, a nuisance gun.
You were here when I talked about my 2-year-old arguing over brushing her teeth, right?
And now she has access to weapons,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so funny that like, who if I could know what it was? Is some dude was like bought a new gun, was hiding it from his wife. He's like, I'm gonna put it in this fucking box.
Yeah.
And the wife's like, you know what? I'm donating all this shit to the fucking thrift store.
Yeah.
Like I'm going down there and packed it up and fucking left.
But they said it was unopened,
That's what they said. The box
was-
looked unopened.
like it was brand new.
Yeah.
The story's getting less plausible by the minute.
Now I actually just pulled up the video real quick that they showed. It wasn't them opening the box initially, but the picture posted with the story makes the box look smaller. If you look at it, the gun's sitting on a table and the box is on the floor next to it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's actually a rectangular box.
yeah.
It's a lot bigger than what it looks like in the photo.
all right.
It'll fit in there, but
It'll fit, yeah.
I
Still.
have plenty of children's toy boxes that will fit weapons.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
there's no reason for you to have boxes of children's toys in your house.
I have more toys than your kids do.
Probably right. They're all at their mother's house.
You've never been in my
Yeah, but
fucking
you know what?
office, have
The
you?
instant somebody sees something labeled Einstein in your house,
Something's wrong here.
unless it's a Jewish deli wrapper.
Ooh, mini bagels.
Yeah, exactly.
That is fucked up though.
If this is what happened, it's pretty fucked up.
But I was like gonna go to fucking Salvation Army and buy all the little fucking little Einstein shit I could find.
That's good. I'm pretty sure if you bought all the baby Einstein toys, there'd be cops waiting for you when you left the store. We've got a live one.
Son, where do you live? Behind the church? Lock him up.
Yeah.
I got a pink house next to dead people.
Behind the church on the bike path.
I keep him next to the ice cream stand
all my
I opened.
fishing lures look like candy bars. I set my deck, cast it onto the bike path.
Fly fishing with gummy bears.
Yeah.
Like if you took a white van down the yellow brick road.
Yeah, I have a white van.
It's right next to all the puppies he's raising right now. Jesus.
Oh my god.
I just want to get you a T-shirt and just make you a free Nintendo, and just have arrows pointing to your dick.
Up, up, down, 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 down.
Up, down, up, down.
Oh no! Don't switch.
Yeah. It took me a second.
Wee!
Wee, no switch.
Oh, that's super.
The game pube. And just like that, we got a new pedophile on the show.
That's
That's
it.
outstanding. We miss Mike, but as I mentioned, he quit last
Yep.
week. So it's terrible.
Oh my god. But
I still think it's funny that the dad thought it was like a joke gift, like for him.
like he thought it was
he's
for
like,
him.
yes, I get a gun,
He legit thought he's still excited about it.
because he can potentially keep it.
He's like, in 60 days I might get it back.
Yeah.
I have nothing. I'm just shaking my
Yeah.
head. I don't know.
So in 8 episodes, we'll do a follow up to this story.
Yeah.
About a shooting at a home in Florida.
I'd like to find out who he is and contact him through Facebook and see if he gets the gun back.
Oh, this guy gets one Alan Bob video. Now he's just the power of social media.
No, I was saying,
I can contact the world.
no, I was saying it'd be great to find out. We want a follow up. We would just like a follow up on your.
I didn't know you speak Spanish.
Barely speak English.
Right? Oh shit!
So that guy potentially getting a gift that he didn't know he wanted.
Yeah.
And we have another guy who intentionally was giving himself the gift for a long time to try to lose weight. He gave himself
Yes.
the gift of beer.
Beer.
He went on a beer diet.
I like
right?
this guy.
Yeah. So this guy consumed, this is the story, consumed nothing but beer for 6 weeks, that's a month and a half, and lost 44 pounds.
Yeah.
So essentially, he basically put himself on a liquid diet, is what he did.
Yep.
He said he wouldn't drink beer until about lunchtime, I think.
Yeah, and
then
he wasn't overdoing it.
He'd have like
anything.
3 or 4 over the course of the day,
Yep.
and then at night when he was home, and that was what he did.
It was
We did a little
basically-
more than that. He was doing about 6 a day.
Yeah.
And he had a very moderate meal. Didn't he eat something small?
I
No,
don't remember. I
no,
think he was just
no.
drinking water or something in the morning, right?
Yeah, he was drinking water in the morning. He was basically fasting for 60 days.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He's going to continue the same diet, but he is going to have a meal a day with a few meals a day, and then with short bursts of like a day or two fast
Okay.
of just beer.
Well, they say that intermittent fasting is working. I don't know if beer's involved, but the fasting itself seems to
apparently
work.
Calories.
It was a diet. It was some medieval fucking monk who had wrote in a journal that he stopped. He was like a fat fuck, I guess, and he stopped.
This guy just reading Robin Hood, reading
Yeah,
about
and
Friar
the guy,
Tuck.
yeah, pretty much. And the guy was, I guess, was unhealthy, was sick, or what? This monk, I don't know the exact story, but in his journal he stated that he stopped and he drank nothing but beer for a certain amount of time, and he got healthy. He felt better, and he lost a bunch of weight.
Let's not say he got healthy. He lost weight.
No, he lost weight. Yeah,
There's a difference.
yeah.
I think we need to do a challenge.
I think so too.
I think this whole show needs to go on a 100% liquid carb diet.
Beer diet.
Beer diet.
Okay.
How long?
1 month. Okay, we can start after the holidays.
Yeah, we're not doing it during Christmas.
But I think we can do a January nothing but beer flush. And flush is a word you know well, Dave.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to plumb this office now.
World Series of Poker doesn't flush as much as you do.
I'll do a 1 week. I'll do a 1 week fast of nothing but beer.
Well, let me tell you the success
And
of this.
beer
Now,
and water.
I don't know
I
what
mean-
kind of beer he was drinking, and I never stopped eating entirely. But I told myself,
He works for a
he
brewery.
works for a brewery,
okay, so again, so he's working.
so
for,
he's drinking craft
he's
beers.
drinking better beer than that.
Yeah.
When I was teaching, I had summers off. And so during those nights, I would either sit in front of the TV and eat a bag of chips and get fucking stupid fat. I decided I'm going to get a 6 to 8 Coors Lights a night.
Yeah.
And I stayed on my computer and I didn't eat. And I stayed up and I lost 15 pounds over the summer without even trying. And I still ate during the day.
Yeah.
I just gave up that late night snacking. 15 pounds on what I have since deemed the Coors Light diet.
Yeah.
And Melissa can vouch for this.
Yeah.
If she hasn't moved out by the time this point in the episode happened. Moved to Armenia.
You mean kidnapped to Armenia?
Well, she takes their side. They can have her. No, I'm just kidding. She can vouch for this. This was really a very effective thing. And they say that most of the calories you eat after dinner are where most of your fat comes because you're not active. You're sitting on the couch or you're going to bed.
Right.
And so I just didn't eat after 6 p.m.
Yeah, your body's not burning anything that,
And
that
it
late.
worked. It was a legit 15 pounds of belly fat, too. So
Yeah.
it all came right off. So I see where this guy is coming from. The question is, what are going to be the long-term health effects of this?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did this diet accidentally from for about 3 years after I moved out of my mother's house. So I was sickly and skinny at that point. It was pretty impressive. But I mean there's going to be if you think about it, there's stuff in beer that is good for you. So there are nutrients.
There's calories.
There's calories in it,
And water.
and
Yeah.
water.
And
He was
that's
he was drinking water. He was drinking water and stuff. He wasn't obviously, because he's probably going to drink. If you didn't drink water, you probably have all kinds of kidney problems and shit at this point. But the thing is, there are things in it. There's nutrients in it.
All right, let's not
But-
push it. What
no, I didn't
nutrients
see-
are in beer?
Well, I'm
12
sure that,
essential vitamins and minerals?
No, I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure that there's nutrients and there's enough to keep your body going. There's stuff that's being turned into sugars.
Can we just call it
and energy.
Sustenance?
Yeah, sustenance. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Nutrients is not the word.
Yeah, there you go. Sustenance is better.
It's
That's a better
nutrients-
term.
It's nutrients in manure.
Yeah, no, but that's a yeah. But that's what I mean. I'm just looking at.
Ask the expert.
Look at my lawn. Proof.
Yeah. No, but I'm just looking at it like that. Like, you probably could live for quite a long time just doing that. Eventually, he's going to wither away and die.
You're gonna start
Or
to
get sick because you're going to have other
seriously
issues.
affect some of your bodily functions. Yeah.
Yeah. But for a fast, I wouldn't say that long. I could see doing it for a week and then going back to your
All right, I'm
regular
cutting it
diet.
back. 2 weeks. Needless to say.
I'll do it.
Beer challenge.
I'm in. I'm not afraid to do it.
I'm giving you guys a month of carbo load.
I can drink a beer at fucking lunch. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
As long as I'm not traveling, I'm in.
Yep.
Let's get our schedules. Let's align.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's coordinate.
And fucking we'll do
Can
a
we
fucking
circle back,
challenge.
Dave?
We'll do a challenge. And we'll have to we'll have to lay down some rules. It's got to be rules.
Well, yeah, just ping me, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm doing business talk.
This is
too.
all. Yeah, this is what I hear all day long. Yep.
What, Adam doesn't talk to you this way?
No. Not quite like that. He pings me.
With his balls.
No. I'm in. I'll do it.
All right, can we say something completely racist about North Korea so we can transition to the next story?
Exactly. Yep.
Can we? No one can see me making the eyes.
He's doing a hell of a job.
Yep.
And your haircut always looks
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
it.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's my bad top. Yeah, so apparently North Korea is planning to give the United States some kind of Christmas present.
Yeah. They
Right?
said North Korea warns U.S. to prepare for Christmas gift.
Now, is it a
But
warning?
no one's sure what to expect.
Now, are we friends with them now?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's a gift. It's a present. Nobody's supposed to know what it is.
That takes the fun out of it.
It's a surprise. Bet you Dennis Rodman knows what it is.
But I forget, are we friends with them? Where'd we leave off with them?
Now,
I don't
The-
know.
They respected each other. They sent each other emails.
and apparently that's still kind of on, like, I guess apparently it's still okay, but even the president has said he's, things are okay right now with us. Like, there's still, like, their talks have been okay, but nobody knows what he's going to do.
They like him, but they don't like him like him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those things. It's like nobody knows where he's gonna go. He's one of those guys who's like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, and
The
then
saddest thing about this is that I don't know which president you're talking
I don't
about.
either. I don't either.
I don't know which way he's going to go. He's erratic. He's this,
Yeah,
he's that.
yes,
I'm like, wait
exactly.
a minute. Which one are we talking about here?
No, you're absolutely right. The president of the United States, Donald Trump, has said things are okay. Like, things are going good currently, but he doesn't know what to expect from him. He could do whatever. He could, because he did start launching small range missiles. He started testing short range missiles again. Really not supposed to, but he's not going the long range tests like this. They've talked about.
Can anybody in
But-
Korea go long range?
Yeah. Nope.
Not according to the 17 websites they're allowed to look at.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess because he's so erratic, he might wake up tomorrow morning and be like, you know what? I'm the ruler of the world. I'm going to launch a missile. Fuck it.
Yeah. And then,
I want-
Kim
not
Jong Un
launch it.
responds.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Impeach this.
Well, that was my biggest fear. The funny thing is that's why it's working between them two.
They're both
'Cause they're
fucking
both
crazy.
fucking out of their minds.
They're like those kids in school that would just fly off the handle and nothing, be like, they fucking looked at me! And then you'd have to, like, carry them out with, like, 3 janitors.
Yeah.
Like, they're both that kid.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
They
No,
would just
that's
flip
true.
out.
Yep.
They're like 2 Warrens. Just wait for someone to touch their ears.
Yeah. No, it's so fucking true.
Someone throw a baseball over that border.
Yeah.
I would totally try to get a game of catch going with South Korea.
Yep.
I totally would. And then get shot.
They get shot. Yeah.
There's 2 guys throwing it submarine style to each other.
Tank.
Game on.
Yeah, game on.
Missile aimed at Hawaii, not getting there.
But yeah, it's a fucking.
Every one of their missiles looks like a dying duck. Every one of them. It looks like Tom Brady's backup throwing a football. Or as they said last week, it was Tom Brady.
The best was when he did that big parade, when Kim Jong-un did that big parade with all the military stuff through the streets, and supposedly the intercontinental ballistic missiles, they had some stuff, and the other rockets, and people started looking at him, and they're like still framing the photos, and like you see like a piece of tape coming up. They were fucking fake.
Oh yeah,
cardboard fucking missiles. Like they were fucking like paper mache fucking rockets on these things. And like one of them was like the front was so crooked and fucked up. It looked so stupid.
It looked like the Bristol 4th of July parade is what it looked like.
I was like, really? Like, you know they have weapons, obviously. But not enough to parade down the street.
No.
They're going to keep the good ones where they belong.
What, they got like a whole army full of baby Einsteins?
Yeah. It's so fucking
Vermin
ridiculous.
shooters.
It's so fucking sad and scary at the same time.
It's not scary. They have yet to hit Hawaii, which isn't that far as far as international missiles go.
To me, what's scary is if we said, you know what, we're going to take that fucking... If everybody decided we're going to take that guy out, and we decided to do, get him out, it wasn't working, decided to go to war with them, a lot of people are going to lose their lives in that country just because they think they have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it needs to. They've been doing it for a long time. You see them launching the USB cards over the border with balloons and shit.
No.
And then putting USB cards in bottles and throwing them in the ocean, knowing they'll wash up on shore in North Korea.
No.
And they're throwing them in like the current. They know it's going to end up on the shore in North Korea, or fishing boats from North Korea will pick them up, and it's all USB cards with not only messages, but look, this is what the rest of the world looks like.
Wow.
So people are starting to wake up to it, and they you start to see these videos that are coming out of people standing up because you're supposed to dress a certain way. You can't.
You got to pick from 17 approved haircuts.
There's haircuts.
Yeah. Your hair has to look like a penis.
Yeah. Yes.
It has to look like a
something on their body has to look like one.
See, Craig's making a nice overture to the victims.
I'm sorry.
The people of North Korea, and you're just like, yeah, but they have no dicks.
Well, every man looks like he has 3 thumbs.
Yeah.
And yet none of them can get a cab. No. Because hitchhiking is illegal.
But yeah, these people, and they're fucked, and you still have the diehards, and you see those videos of those people crying. Everybody's like, "Look, they're all they're psychotic. They're crying.
They're terrified.
They're fucking terrified. They're crying because they think if they don't shed a tear, someone's gonna come and fucking kick their ass.
Yeah,
because
they
guess
probably
what?
will.
They will. They're gonna come and fuck. You weren't crying when the father died,
right?
It's like someone's gonna come and fucking beat your ass. This guy's ruthless too.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit.
Killed his uncle. Just because he thought
he didn't do any of it. He had somebody.
No,
do it.
he had somebody else.
I think he's the
do
kind
it.
of guy that if you actually asked him to pull a trigger, I don't think he could do it.
Probably not.
I think
he tried to kill it. Well, no, he killed his brother.
He had his brother killed.
He had his brother killed.
I don't think he didn't.
Yeah.
I think he's nuts, but I don't think he's got the balls to do it. And I don't think
he's never had to.
He's a fat pudding fucking boy. That's what it is. You look at him; he's a big, soft pudding boy who can throw a tantrum and get whatever he wants. So he's going to do it, and he doesn't know how to fucking run anything. But it's just such a sad fuck.
He doesn't have to know how to run anything.
So what do you think the present is? What do you think the gift is?
I feel like I'm going to wake up on Christmas and have a fat, overweight Korean man in my living room with a bunch of water buffalo on my roof.
That's a gift that keeps on giving.
That's
there, Mark.
Stocking full of uncooked noodles.
Yep.
I think he's going to try to launch another missile just
Yeah.
to say, hey, I can do it.
Yep.
And I think it's going to end somewhere about a third of the way to Hawaii.
Yep.
But he's going to say, I got further.
Yeah.
And then he's going to tell everybody in his country that it was a direct hit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, how he's demolishing the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And taking over. Yeah. And that's what I mean. They're so closed off that they believe him. They're like, "What? We're the best country in the world. We live great." Not all of them.
Well,
Some of them
I
know.
think that's part of the propaganda, though, is that, you don't have to interact with the rest of the world. You've got it all right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got their own internet, basically.
Yeah.
There's
We're trying
only
to keep
seven-
everybody else out, not keep you in.
Yeah.
I think there's actually only it's like 100 and something websites, and they're all government approved.
Government run and approved.
Yeah, and it's running on its own. Like, there's only one browser you can use.
Yeah.
If they catch you and your IP address ends up trying to get to Internet Explorer, something old, like even like
CompuServe.
yeah,
Firefox.
Netscape, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If they catch you downloading some of that, they will track you down. Because believe it or not, they have some of the best hackers in the world. So they know when you're trying to override the system, it's wasted talent. But
That's why I was saying that they're doing it. I saw the whole thing. There's people literally putting fucking USB drives in Coke bottles and throwing them into the ocean, and then also tying them to balloons, like helium balloons, and letting them, like regular helium balloon, a little bigger, enough to pick up a US, and just send them letting them float across the border.
Oh my God.
And they're doing it on certain days, and the wind's going that way. And they know that they'll just be found by somebody, and hope that person will put it in the computer. And it's just like you're being and it's showing people
Would
from
you?
What?
would you?
Of course I would. I found the fucking USB drive on the fucking sidewalk and immediately stuck it in my computer the second I got home.
You're North Korean, would you?
What?
If you found a USB drive as a North Korean citizen?
Just as myself, I'm just so curious. I'd be like, well, like I said, I found the USB drive on the side of the street. I picked it up, brought it home immediately, stuck it in my computer. I had it in my pocket for about 2 hours because I wasn't home yet, and all I kept thinking was, I can't wait to get home and take this thing in my computer, see what's on it.
I wish it was just a whole manifesto how to kill crab. How to take out this pink house.
That's him, though. Before we started recording, I saw him put his hand on his leg, not look at his leg. He felt a bump on it, and without looking at it, picked it up and just put it in his mouth.
I knew it was a crumb from the fucking...
He knew it was a crumb.
Yeah.
He didn't look at it to confirm. He just knew.
I knew it was a crumb from that cookie.
You're a disgusting piece of shit.
Someone left 3 bags of chips in the back of my truck, and I want to know who this angel is.
It's Kim Jong-un. That's the gift. You just received 3 bags, snack-size Cape Cod chips.
Snack-sized bags of Cape Cod chips in the bed of my truck.
They were attached to helium balloons from North Korea.
Yep.
I feel like it's an Advent thing. Every day you're going to find more things in the back of your truck.
That'd be great.
Tomorrow's 4 Tums.
Yeah.
And then just when you least expect it, unbridled murder. And I'll be front row for that one, pal. Before they kill you, be like, he's also got diabetes and doesn't know it. You're skinny fat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but these assholes, they're just trying to, like, puff their chest. It's going to be some kind of stupid missile weapons test.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be, another weapons test. That's it.
Well, they probably have heard that our president may be getting impeached. And so they probably think he's losing power because in that part of the world, the threat of impeachment sounds a lot more severe than what is actually going to happen to our president.
I'm amazed at the amount of people that think that if he gets impeached, that he's immediately not a president anymore.
Oh, yeah, they think this is it.
They think it's like, oh, he's getting impeached. Yes. I'm like, it doesn't mean he's fucking out of office.
No.
It's like a 2-year process.
He'll be gone by then anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean, even that, like, I was floored by the fact that people think that impeachment means immediate dismissal from office.
Yeah. Not to mention if half these people don't even know why he would be impeached.
Yeah, there's that too.
What has he done wrong? He's hurt my feelings.
He hurt my feelings and
He said
talked to other people about crimes that other people committed, and he's an asshole.
He said I couldn't play rugby against these other girls.
Yeah. He is an asshole, but I'll give him that.
Yeah.
No, he's an embarrassment to the office. I think we all agree on that.
No, exactly.
Proof.
That's the thing. It's bad for both sides. Because they're making fools of themselves, and he's going to make a fool of himself, and that's it.
All these
The United
politicians,
States is the loser.
Yeah,
they all get wrapped up in doing
Yes.
this bullshit and ignore the country and everybody else.
They've been losing for 3 years already.
Yeah.
Okay, since the campaign trail happened. Okay, we've been losing as a country, and you still can't go on there without somebody trying to convince me. Hey, nice meme. God, did you change my mind today?
Yeah.
No, the truth is, I think the loser here is the United States.
Yeah.
I think we've made a mockery of the office. We've made a mockery of our status in the world. And we got a guy who shoots from the hip on fucking Twitter and posts pictures of himself on Rocky 4 posters. Or 3. That was 3. That was Rocky 3.
Does it fucking matter? He fucking... What the fuck?
Well, Clubber Lang had bad hair, and it was more symbolic than North Korea. Drago had great hair for the era.
I couldn't fucking believe that.
That was so good.
It was so good. I was like, what the fuck? I hate this guy.
That cost this country $18,000.
Yeah.
Probably.
That Photoshop cost her $18,000.
Oh, hell
$40 million on impeachment investigations. And everybody's like, no, go get them.
Yeah.
Okay, this is money. We're at the holidays. We're in the dead of winter. All of this money could be spent on doing things for veterans.
They're a veteran.
Doing things for the
yes.
homeless, on doing things for those in need. And we're spending money to get rid of a guy that we put in office for
Yes.
being himself. The one thing that hasn't changed
Is him.
is him. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we've decided, hey, we're no longer happy with our purchase. We're going to return it 3 years later.
Yep.
Okay, try that at Target.
Yeah.
You fucked up when you bought it.
funny thing
You
is-
have the receipt, but there's an expiration date on the return.
Brad thinks we got his president at Target. This motherfucker came from Walmart.
Yeah. It came up.
Yeah.
I said Target because that's what he's had on his back since day one.
Apparently they got him at that thrift store in Florida.
Yeah.
No.
I told you, it's Macy's. It's Maycee.
Yeah.
Macy's thrift store. Where'd you get that outfit? Macy's.
Macy's. Yeah.
William H. Macy's.
Oh my God. That's our president.
Hey.
But
And, we should mention at the end of that, in case you were looking for a counter argument, Mike did quit the show last week.
yeah. Yep. But speaking of horrible gifts that could end in tragedy,
Mike's coming back.
yes.
Stone cold murder.
There's the
Love you,
list.
kid. Love
The
you.
list of the worst toys for
the
2019
consumer
came up.
group or whoever it is that puts it out.
Yes. The group of people that have more brains than the people putting the products out.
Yeah.
I thought at first I'm like, they're just nitpicking assholes. Then I started reading the stuff. I'm like, these people are fucking. This is ridiculous.
Some of it is. Some of it's a bit of a stretch.
Are you kidding me? Did you actually read that release? It was like you wrote it. Backwards.
With
Well, it's
crayon.
about toys.
No. Honestly, I have never been so offended by the use of the language. And I'm not trying to be a freaking grammar nerd here, but it's fucking ridiculous that they're trying to pull products and profit off the market and they can't even form a proper sentence or hit cut and paste correctly. Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Oh no. The articles. Did you report? Did you?
I
click on
actually
the
read the
report?
report and the
Okay.
releases for each of the toys.
Yes.
Which I cited in my outline if you actually paid attention
No, I
to that.
did
either.
too.
Well, then what are you bitching about?
No, what I'm saying is those are summaries.
They are, but they were put together in such a poor way that I feel like somebody just grabbed 10 toys at random and said, these are the ones that we're going to fuck this Christmas holiday. These are the same toys that have been on the market for 40 years, and not all kids are dead.
Not really.
I'm kind of with Brad. I feel like they targeted certain toys that people could look at and force them to look at other similar toys with a similar
I talk about
perspective.
that well, I don't want to be. I don't know if you have that one.
Which one?
Brad does have it.
There was a doll that apparently had a sewing needle inside of it. All right, this is like Dan Aykroyd in Bag of Glass.
Yeah.
No.
All right, I'm not going to debate this. Nobody should be putting needles inside of toys like a surprise.
No. Right.
That said, if you have a child that is investigating inside the stomach of a doll, okay, then there's a bigger issue, and maybe that needle is just the wake-up call that kid needs.
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting. That's like that doll that, remember that they had that doll that came from China that had, baby was also pregnant? Do you remember that? This was a thing. It was a baby doll, and then the baby also had a baby inside of it, and the Chinese translation was, baby is also pregnant. This was a thing that showed up at thrift
It's
stores.
sold out in Florida.
This was a thing. We can post this. We'll post it on social. This was actually a thing. It was like a mom, a baby, and then a pregnant baby.
And one happy dad.
It was in a Subway Happy Meal.
That's what happens when you do it in the third trimester.
That's right.
They're off on the island of Epstein toys.
Yeah.
Every baby born with a Penn State jersey.
I want to be a dentist. So you gonna hook up for anesthesia?
Every baby comes with an alcohol swab and a bar of soap.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's where this went.
So
That's fucked up. I remember like Barbie dolls being pregnant. I
that was
remember
different
those.
because you couldn't carve into them.
Right, but I don't remember.
Still,
The original point of this was there was an actual doll.
not
that had
actual Barbies.
No,
Barbie was never pregnant.
No, it was like
I don't
Trigger, that whore.
no,
Yeah,
it was a similar doll.
Yeah,
it was,
similar
Oh, no,
dolls,
what
they had
was your
their-
sister? Skipper?
They were called Pregos.
You stack them on top of each other.
Alabama line was just called Cousins.
Came with a pack of Cools. Cut off jeans.
Butterfly tattoo.
Half shirt. Like a tramp stamp. Pack of Cools. And a pair of cut off jeans.
Cool Whip containers as salad bowls.
Yeah.
And a black boyfriend.
Who was just a dude rolling through town. Guy on shore leave. Ended up in the wrong place. But the original point of this was there was a doll being sold with a sewing needle inside of it. That's my exception tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of them
yeah.
are toys.
Stretches.
Very big.
I don't know. Your first one that you had is ridiculous. The hedgehog.
That was my second one.
Your second one, I'm sorry.
You math major.
No, you added that after because that was your first one.
It
originally.
was Spike the Fine Motor Hedgehog, which
Yeah.
was a hedgehog sold for what they call oral age children.
Yes.
Which means something different than it used to.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
But children as young as 18 years old, apparently there were 12
18
months.
18 months old.
No, I'm saying it for Alabama. I'm sorry. Children
Then
as,
it would be 16 and a half.
as young as 18 months old. Son of a bitch. Comes with 12 removable rigid plastic quills. They're rigid. They're durable.
They're 3.5
Rigid
inches
for their
long.
pleasure.
They're 3.5 inches long. So, as a kid putting toys in his mouth, there's quills all sticking out of this thing. You're going to put it in your mouth. It's just going to poke your eyeballs fucking out.
It's like a fish hook. It won't come back out.
Yeah.
My opinion, the kids should know better.
No, I agree.
No, you and I both know that kids that a year and a half old, everything goes in their mouth. Doesn't matter what it is. They're
No,
playing with a toy.
well, yeah,
They put they're trying to design a toy to kind of meet that need. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
They made a toy animal with
Like, hey, let's
13
put
butt plugs
spikes
on
on
it.
it. Yeah.
I disagree. Raise smarter children.
But this one. But how about this one? This is what it's called: Nickelodeon frozen treats.
all right.
I love this.
Right. It's no, I'm sorry. Nickelodeon frozen treats slime.
All right, so it's
So-
edible slime.
No, it's not edible.
Okay.
It's listed as do not eat harmful chemicals. But it comes in 5 great flavors.
And that's Nickelodeon, the educational channel,
Yes,
correct? Okay.
and it's a slime, and all it comes in like cookie dough.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like arsenic, mercury.
No, they have it listed as cookie dough, and then it's all
and it's
slime.
even scented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No shit.
yeah, and it says do not eat harmful chemicals.
They made
On the package.
they made a toy designed to mimic food, and they tell them not
And
to
then
eat it.
and you can't vape right
Yeah.
now. You can't vape a strawberry shortcake thing, but you can fucking pour it on your kid's head and hope
Yeah.
he doesn't eat it because it smells good.
I have to admit, I was a little put off when Dora the Explorer and visited El Chapo. I thought Nickelodeon was crossing the line there, but this really does it. This really
Yeah.
takes it to another level.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
Okay, so right now I'm 0 for 2. I thought that these were going too far with the bans and with the restrictions, and now you're making some points.
Some of them are though.
It's amazing.
No,
The most
some of them
immature
are.
guy in the world is fucking telling me that the toys are... Yeah, you got my point.
No, but one of them on there is a metal school bus. That's been
Yes.
probably a toy for 60 or 70 years.
Yeah, that I
It's
get.
a die cast. It's a metal school bus.
And you can pull but the problem is you can pull the tires off.
Pull the tire. But you know
but
what?
you can do that on
Anything.
Yes, that's
Anything.
the thing. That if
And
you're
that's-
not watching your kid playing with it,
That's my
that's
point.
the point. Yeah,
Is a kid can turn anything. I've seen my kids turn a soft piece of watermelon into a deadly weapon.
yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
I saw my son choke on nothing before. He tried telling me a story too fast and choked.
Yeah, yeah.
So his day was too much for him to handle.
Fucking air got in the way,
Right?
man.
And all he did was go on a slide.
But
You know,
I get it.
Like some of these things, it's a bit like
You got to work to get that tire off, and by the time that kid got it off, a parent should have been around. If it's young enough to say, "I'm going to pull this off and put it in my mouth," there should be a parent present.
listen, like Brad said, if you know that kids they're gonna put things in their mouth.
Yeah, if your
Just pay
kid's
attention.
Yeah, if your kid's 5 and pulls it off and put it in his mouth, it's called natural selection.
There's a kid at our bus stop. I see him every morning. This kid's going to be a weird stain in the road before long. I have no doubt. This kid, I swear to God, he couldn't find his ass with 2 hands. I don't know how the hell this kid is still upright. and yet he's still allowed to go to school and pretend to learn and everything. No, he's going to be a drain on society and taxpayers for a long, long fucking time. And I get to share a bus stop with him every fucking morning. He was kicking snow onto my legs today, and I did everything in my power not to kick him back with rocks.
I hate kids like that.
You could have ended that sentence of kids. Those are the ones that need the dolls with the sewing needles inside of them.
Those kids that just fucking do whatever to whoever with no sense of what's happening, I can't stand those kids.
Yeah,
And it's the parents that'll go to a public place and just fucking turn them loose.
just turn them loose. Yeah,
Let them go, and they think
They're
someone else
expressing
someone else
themselves.
will watch them or
Yeah.
get them out of trouble.
This progressive parenting bullshit. I'm going to need you to stop doing that. Get the fuck off the rock. How about that?
Yeah.
There's a fucking answer for you.
Yeah.
Here's another one. One retailer sells a motorized toy weapon alongside Nerf battle goggles, which don't actually provide protection.
They provide zero protection.
Okay, but here's the point. If you're going to Nerf for protection, you're already wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't. You
Yep.
didn't go to Nerf to get a real football. You got a Nerf. If you're getting Nerf goggles, what do you want? Scientific lab protection?
Yep.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, go get a Nerf eye wash while you're at it. Blow those glass crystals right out of your fucking cornea.
That thing's brutal. That thing,
thing's
it
awesome.
shoots it'll shoot up to 150 feet. Legit shoot
Wow.
up to like accurately at 150 feet.
It's under my tree right now.
Is it? That's awesome.
That's right. And the goggles aren't because I'm raising a man.
Because yes, exactly. I've sat in the front yard. My nephew is obsessed with Nerf guns, and I bought him for a big. And I bought him 300 rounds, like 300 of the Nerf bullets.
Yeah.
And you put them in. It's got a barrel drum on it, and you literally
That's
just
the
squeeze
one.
the trigger, and it goes, and it just shoots dots like a fucking
Oh my
maniac.
God.
That's the one
And
that-
the best part was, the second I gave it to him, we went outside, and the next door neighbor's kid, who is friends of our family, he's awesome. He's like, check out my skateboard. My nephew's like, that's awesome. just start shooting him, and the kid's running like ah, and he's like, ah. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
You ever wonder why Craig's stories always come from Florida?
Yeah.
Now we know.
But he just started mowing him down like, but then the kid's like, he's like ah, and he runs up and he's like, that's awesome. Can I shoot it? And we sat there and we reloaded it. And then he shot my nephew as he ran across the yard. It was fantastic.
Who founded Florida? Was it Vasco da Gama?
Yeah.
It's Portuguese, right?
It was fucking awesome. The best thing. Let me tell you something. I bought an airsoft gun, right? Yeah, about 2 years ago. I bought an airsoft gun and had it delivered to one of the places that I subcontract for because I didn't want no friend. I bought it because it was ridiculous. Right? Now this thing is brutal, and it's a legit. It's all metal.
Yeah.
It's legit. As soon as I bought it, the second I took it out of the box at the my business partner's there, I'm like, all right. I'm like, we're gonna do one thing. He's like, what? I said, I'm gonna set it all up. I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna go over there, and you're gonna shoot me in the back with it. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, I need you to shoot me in the back with it because I'm going to shoot a lot of people with this thing. I need to know how much damage I'm going to do so I can gauge who I'm actually shooting with this thing. And he's like, are you serious? I'm like, fuck yeah. And when he shot me with that, I'm like, oh, you just narrowed it down. I only got like 2 or 3 people I can shoot with this thing because that fucking hurt bad. You know? It was. But I always did that. Like, I'm gonna shoot myself. If I shoot you with something, I've been shot by it. Yeah. Because I'll shoot myself with it.
My friends and I, growing up, we all had BB guns. We would go out in the woods and play fucking war and just two teams shoot each other with BB guns.
Yeah.
Oh, one of those things get embedded under your skin.
We all had the pump action guns.
I have a scar right on my left arm, right above my elbow.
Yeah, we all had like the pump action ones, not the CO2s. And we'd like 1 or 2 pumps and that's it. And as soon as your friend walked away, you're like,
you could hear the fucking pumps just continuing on as your friend was walking through the woods.
And then you hear your friend like struggling to get those last 2 pumps. Yeah.
we used to do this straight. The same thing. We had a 3 pump minimum, and all you heard was click, 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 click. Like, you motherfucker, that's gonna be brutal.
But we'd run around the fucking woods, shoot each other for hours.
Did it all the time.
Yep. Come home with fucking welts everywhere.
I Han Solo'd Rob under the fucking table.
No, you didn't.
Oh, at Mike's house, yes.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
I had bought a fucking...
Dude, that's fucked up.
It was like 2 years ago. Right? I had bought another airsoft gun. Well, I bought it for my nephew when I was messing around with it. I wanted to play with it. So I sat at the table and I had it in my pocket. And Rob showed up and sat directly across from me at the table at Mike's house. And we're talking. And I'm like, this is fucking this is like the greatest fucking point of my life right now. Because I am going to fucking Han Solo somebody under this table. He has no clue. And he's talking to me, blah, blah, blah. And I slowly pulled the gun out and I put it on my leg under the table.
Did you lift your arm up behind you?
I did.
Yeah, old douchebag.
And I went, I leaned back and I went like that and I went, I bet you have. And he's like, what? I'm like, bang. And I just threw it in there. I'm like, I bet you have. He's like, what? I'm like, plaque. He's like, he's like, are you fucking serious? He had a welt on his stomach. It was so disgusting. I was so excited.
That's bad. When you can describe a welt as disgusting, that means it's weepy.
Oh, it was bleeding. It was bleeding. I was so excited, though. I was so happy. Mike's like, would you shoot him? You're an asshole. I'm like, dude, I Han Solo'd him. He's like, kid, that's awesome. When he said that, he's like, you shot him with that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, under the table, I Han Solo'd him. That's fucking great. It went from fucking 0 to hero in a fucking second.
From that point on, they called him Jabba the Retarded.
But I mean, there's toys like that. Like, we did that stuff as kids. We shot each other with shit. We did stupid things.
And most of us ended up all right.
Yeah, and jumping over fucking, making ramps in your driveway and jumping them with your bike. Yeah.
Oh, we used to do that with rollerblades.
With no fucking helmet on.
Yeah, my buddies we used to play street hockey with rollerblades. We'd do it in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And we would play like semi full contact.
Yeah.
Meaning if you were around the edges of the cul-de-sac, you're getting checked into someone's front lawn.
Yes.
So we would do shit like that, but we would also set up ramps at the end of the street, and we'd start at the top, go fucking full tilt down the street, and ramp it, like go airborne into like fucking woods, miles, whatever. See who can get the most distance, the highest. Oh, we didn't fucking care.
We talk about all this shit about the dangerous. We're bashing these companies, but we're adults now.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't think about this stuff. But there are certain things. As a company, you shouldn't release a thing with quills.
Right.
Pointing and saying, "Oh, we want children to shove it in their mouth," and the quills are 3 inches long and separated. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But
I'm all for unified quills.
But I love capitalism because this is the perfect definition of capitalism. There was a company that used a loophole. It's a toy company that used a loophole. It's called the Vega Pull-Along Caterpillar.
Yep.
Right? Now, through a loophole, this company is able to make a pull toy with 2 feet of rope when the standard is only supposed to be 1 foot.
Yeah.
So they used some sort of loophole in the industry to make a 2-foot piece of rope. It's made by B&C Toys, Bennington and Cornell, and they. But it comes with the fucking little pack of sticky notes for you to write a letter on.
Imagine all the kids in like the backyard, that perfect backyard that every kid played in on the commercials, and they all just went Bourdain.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, though. I mean, using loopholes on kids' toys.
Yeah.
Wait, so is this real, or did you
No,
just want to
it's-
get
no.
the Bennington Cornell
No,
thing?
it's-
in there?
that's a real
It's a
thing.
legitimate thing. I threw the Bennington and Cornell thing in after. It's a legitimate thing.
yeah.
They did use a loophole.
Kids pull toys. Actually, I have one in the room.
They used a loophole to allow them to use 2 feet of rope.
There it is.
You do? Yeah.
Dave's actually got one.
Yeah. Yep.
That is more than enough to hang yourself if, a child
Yeah,
ever
or-
becomes a horrible rock star.
Yeah. Using a loophole to circumvent children's safety?
Right.
What the fuck, man?
Right. Why do you need a 2-foot rope?
Yeah.
No kid that's that tall needs a pull toy.
Yeah. Yeah,
of all.
exactly.
So what was the loophole? That's what I want to know.
I don't know exactly. They kind of just like said using this
Because it's
going to
be behind them?
Yeah,
As opposed to something they're swinging around.
Yeah,
or
maybe
something.
maybe something like that. Yeah,
So they're
probably.
assuming the use case of what children are going to do with this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that most of my child's toys, and I'm talking about Ethan. Okay, Sophia knew what to do with her toys.
Yeah.
Ethan's a different kid, and we'll leave it at that.
I fucking love that kid so much.
Yeah,
He's my best buddy. He's awesome.
yeah.
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 I feel like you're kind of making Brad's case here.
Honestly, Ethan is really creative, but he finds ways to make things dangerous where they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
His favorite toys right now are these Beyblades.
Beyblades, yeah.
Yeah, which is-
I was playing with them the last time I was
Yeah,
there.
it's fantastic.
Yes,
I'm
you
so
are.
glad the universe figured out how to rebrand the top.
Yeah.
They're
All
more-
of it- it's a top.
They look cool though. They're fast and they're aggressive.
So is
They're
another.
aggressive tops.
Aggressive tops.
Yeah.
I feel like if you actually put blades on the side of a Duncan, and you go like aggressive Yu-Gi-Oh yo-yo.
Yeah.
I mean, children's toys have run out of ideas. Like most
Yeah.
of television that we see today, there's no good ideas.
It's just a
anymore.
recycling of old ideas.
Okay, but he plays tops, and his favorite top is he took a Lego and makes it spin like the Beyblade. So he's been resorted to taking a stick and a wheel from a Lego car and spinning that in the kitchen. And when he gets it to spin, that's the big accomplishment for the day.
That's awesome.
Why he is the kid that needs the box, not the toy, the box.
The box, yeah.
But I need to know, like, do you think as a parent you've got a 2-foot rope in your house? Do you feel that's dangerous for Aria?
No.
Okay.
No,
if
because
you had
you-
Ethan,
yeah.
you might feel differently.
I'm more worried about her going down that step there than playing with that toy.
Because if she's pulling that thing around, there's always somebody around. You're not just walking away for a half hour and not seeing her.
No, but I can leave her in the other room and not worry about her slinging that over the top of a door frame and tying a noose. Like I'm not worried about that.
I heard Ethan singing Black Hole Sun the other day, so I'm a little concerned.
I'm more concerned that we talked about aggressive top and he needs box and no one made jokes.
It's a 6-year-old.
And I was thinking if we
I'll make the suicide joke, no problem. But don't you dare make that other joke about that.
No, I was just thinking
you son of a bitch.
If we hashtag aggressive tops, we're getting a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Most of whom would also agree Ethan is going to live with me till he's 38. He's going to bury me and then come home and stake claim over my bedroom. That's how this is going to work.
Death Dreidel 2000.
That's going to be my last. I'm going to hear him at 6 a.m. hovering over. I made it out of clay.
Yeah.
But you make a funny point. Like, kids will take anything and turn them into something no adult ever thought of.
Yeah.
In a way that you would never think to use it. You're like, oh shit, I would never think to do that with.
And we never curb their imagination.
No.
I mean, I know you as a parent, I know me as a parent. We never curb their imagination. But I feel like everything Ethan does is just setting up for a projectile. But anyway, all right. So what were some of the toys that defined us both good and bad? Since we are in the season, I know that there's already gifts under my tree, and I am psyched to see them.
We have gifts in the house. We haven't wrapped them yet, but they're here. We've done most of the shopping for the kids.
I do like Amazon. He is the best Santa ever.
You know, as evil of a corporation as it is,
it's convenient as a motherfucker.
It's like it's the way of life.
I've gained a friendship because of Amazon. I'm now friends with the UPS guy that delivers to the house. His name is Lenny. He listens regularly, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
Last
Lenny,
year, he got a Christmas gift of a bumper sticker and a koozie from us.
Nice.
Oh, in the middle. Lenny.
He delivers for the company with the big brown uniforms.
This year.
His name isn't Lenny Lanierian, is it?
You should give Lenny a 6-pack to put in his koozie.
Yep. We can do that.
I tell you what, Lenny, just show up late next Friday and come here.
Yeah.
And let's record.
It was honestly we were one of the last stops on his route, so he'd be dropping off packages at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, those guys work like a motherfucker. They don't fuck around.
They're doing that thing now where people are starting to leave treats out for him, and I'm all for it. I think I'm going to do that.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
I thought about doing the same thing. I saw it, even just a cooler with the thing like, hey, have a bottle of water or so, whatever. Yeah. Throw a couple of things in there.
I'm all for it because these guys bust their ass. I mean, I'm not getting one Amazon shipment a day. I'm getting 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're coming in as quickly as they're getting to the post office. And you know what? We need to acknowledge that. So these guys are busting their ass to make sure you don't have to.
Yep.
And I think that's a badass thing. So in the middle again for Lenny and everybody at Amazon and the U.S. Postal Service, cheers to you.
No, fuck the U.S. Postal Service.
No,
he works for one of the private companies.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm telling you right out, there are some toys and there's some gifts that just really define you. And when you go back through life, especially we're all in our 40s now, we've got to look back and think about the things that really made us. What are the ones that really jumped at you? Craig, I said jump, so I don't want you to go on this one.
Yeah, relax. He cringed.
Dave, why don't you lead off with this one?
Well, do you want to lead off with a good or a bad one?
I want you to lead off with the one that had the most impact on you.
I can't. It was a toy that kind of disappointed me.
Okay.
And it wasn't from my family. Every year, the police department would put on a big Christmas party for all the cops and their families. When I grew up and figured out where they had the parties, it was at a bar. As a kid, it never occurred to me, right? But thinking back, I'm like, oh yeah, they used to set up all the presents on a pool table, and one of the cops dressed up as Santa Claus, and they would just have generic gifts they'd give out to all the cops' kids because they didn't have time to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One year, I remember I got a deck of WWF playing cards, and I was so mad because all the other kids that were there got cool gifts.
Got a Matchbox car,
and it was just random looking back. But for me, I was like, "What the fuck?"
You fucking motherfucker! It
stuck with me. I can remember looking at the deck of cards, and I can picture what street we're on, driving home, being pissed off about it for 4.5 miles.
Meanwhile, I'm like, do you still have it?
I wasn't interested in wrestling at all at that age. I couldn't have cared less. And I had to pretend to like it because we went to this party. I got this extra gift that I normally wouldn't have
It
done.
was age appropriate too.
It was age appropriate. That's the thing. Like they did a good job of bucketing gifts for kids certain ages. But I just
It's crazy because he looks just like Big John Studd.
But anyway, that's how much I enjoyed that deck of cards. It just I still think
Angry.
about it. I guess angry is probably the word for it. And it just. I couldn't tell you what Christmas it was or what other gifts I got, but that moment of being in my parents' car, driving home and looking at it and just thinking, what the fuck, sticks with me still.
Yeah.
That's
Like, I don't want this. But you had the greatest thing is you had the thought, because a lot of kids don't have this nowadays. I notice this.
Oh, the filter thing? Yeah.
The filter thing where you're like, thank you. And you put it away.
Suck it up and deal with it.
Suck it up and deal with it. And then got angry on the way home.
To myself, though.
To the kids,
I didn't
like,
express it out loud.
What is this? Like, I don't want this. And then put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, what?
What he's not telling you is that all the cops gave him the cards and then called him Phil Belly Jim. You ungrateful bastard.
For me, like that was, we would go every year to this. It was the cop Christmas party. And I look forward to it every year.
Yeah.
That was the moment where my outlook on that party changed.
Yep.
I can look back and be like,
A deck of cards
yeah.
with bubble gum attached to
No,
it.
there's no bubble gum.
WW fucking F cards didn't have bubble gum.
Sure they did.
No, they
It
didn't.
tasted like sweat.
I don't remember them having bubble gum.
They did. The wax packs did, not the full packs.
I don't.
wax
I'll
pack
be
on.
honest. I don't remember, but it was one of those moments that I was like, "Fuck."
It would have tasted like shit anyway.
Yeah.
It tasted like hard work and determination.
It tastes like fake gum.
Yeah.
Not fake, predetermined. Scripted gum.
You're gonna chew this gum.
You can only chew this gum 7 times.
and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Fucking cards. What do you do with those?
Trade them. They're trading cards.
Yeah, trade them for what?
Trade them for
Kleenex?
Oh, trade them for a happy memory.
Trade them.
Fuck those cards.
I'd like to trade this in for 8 minutes of not ruining my childhood.
There is no such thing as a Merry Hulkmas in my house.
Oh my god.
I'm sure Rayanne would disagree.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad? Bad gift.
Bad gift I got, and this is going to sound really unappreciative, but you guys have come to expect nothing less from me.
No, exactly.
I'll try to inflect my voice, Dave.
Yeah. Well, Brad could get $1 million and be pissed off about having to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the bills weren't sequential.
This is bullshit.
I always said that if I won the lottery, I wouldn't think about the $800 million I won. I'd think about the $400 I left on the table.
Exactly.
I really would. But because that's criminal, that aside. But
miserable bastard.
well, look at my friends.
You are the ghost of Christmas. Nah.
And you're the ghost of Christmas tomorrow, you fat bastard.
See, this is better than a deck of playing cards from the WWF.
That's good.
God, I'm sorry.
What are you going to get in your stocking? Hypertension?
Probably compression socks. I have a compression stocking.
They're so good.
You can see everything in it. You can see the outline of everything in Dave's side.
There's fucking ketone strips.
My stocking is copper tone advertised by Brett Favre.
Oh my God, we got a line of the night.
Yep.
My stockings are compressions. That's that. I'm gonna tell this story, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna end the episode right the fuck there.
Yep.
Oh, let's hear how your present ruined your childhood.
when you're
And not just your shitty attitude.
Oh, Craig, how I wish you jumped off your deck head first. I really do.
Brad,
I wish your
this
mother watched you a little less.
His present was a business card for a psychiatrist with 3 prepaid sessions. Merry Christmas, honey.
I just wish Craig was shown Greg Louganis videos right before he jumped off his deck. Here's how you hit your head on the fucking 2x4.
I was just in the videos from before when he got AIDS.
I know you've seen them, and this is how you keep the weight off, you fucking prick. I fucking hate you.
I fucking hate you.
He complained about Christmas so much that next year his parents celebrated Hanukkah.
Yeah. That's where the noses came in.
Go ahead.
Fuck you guys. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
There was like a semblance of a Hanukkah bush joke, and you guys sticking your face in it, but no, it didn't come together, so fuck it. You guys win. You win.
I don't want to win. I want to keep trying. That's better.
Well, you don't want to win. This describes most of your life. So,
Yeah.
all right. My mom went out of her way to get me a better football jacket than the rest of the team had.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
And
And when you're in middle school,
all right, that's what I was going to ask. How old you were?
I was in middle school, my first year, 8th grade. First year on
This
the middle.
is funny because this kind of lines up with mine.
So you were what, 14 or 15?
If that,
Ish?
yeah.
Early
I mean,
teens, okay.
Yeah, so basically it was my first year on organized sports in a school.
Okay.
Every kid on the team had a football jacket from this one vendor in town.
Yep.
Because it was junior high school, nobody was really splurging on leather sleeves. Or
It wasn't a Letterman's jacket.
It was in terms of how it looked.
Yeah.
But there was a specific look to it. It had a specific...
It was a Pleatherman's jacket.
Yes. You just nailed it. There was only one guy in town, though, that was making them look like that. And that's where everybody went. And, my school, our whole thing was the Raiders. So it was Raider football. And there was a specific Indian that got stuck in the middle because we didn't give a shit about that back then. Yeah. But everybody had the same fucking jacket. All I wanted was that jacket. My mother, because she wanted to do something really nice, and this is why I feel bad about it, because her intentions were nothing but golden.
Yes.
She went out to a different vendor, got a jacket with nicer collars, leather sleeves, and then the guy didn't know because it was 2 towns over. He didn't know it was Raider football. He put Raiders football. Then he put a different Indian in the middle. Oh. He had different block letters. Everything was off. Off.
Oh.
And now I'd be like, yeah, give me that fucking jacket.
Yeah.
That's 10 times the jacket that you got, and I'm better than you. And that's in high school.
And I'm better than you. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take it back then.
Yeah. He's going to show up next week wearing it.
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore. That was a victim of many moves. But bottom line, it was the better jacket. But it was what's even more ironic is when you got to high school, more and more kids had that jacket. It would have made sense. But when you're in the 7th and 8th grade,
you want to be part of the crowd.
You want to fit in.
You want to fit in, yeah.
You don't want to stand out. And so I was an absolute douchebag
Yep.
on Christmas morning.
Yep.
And I hated being that guy.
So you knew it right away. So when you opened
soon
it
as
up,
I
as
saw
soon
it.
as you saw it, you're like, it's wrong.
Well, the letters were all wrong.
Did you say anything?
I did the next day, the 26th, which is a dark day in everybody's household.
Yeah. Boxing Day.
Yeah. That's literally what it is. You have to pack up the boxes and get them upstairs. Yeah. Your mom's like, okay, Christmas is over. Get the fuck out of my living room. So I was a prick, and I fully admit it, and I feel terrible because it was a beautiful fucking jacket, and it was a better sentiment. And I shit all over it because I wanted to be part of the crowd. And you know what? Now that I've got a kid that's in middle school, I get it.
You want to ruin her life with a shitty jacket?
Well, I'm making her wear it. The Raiders aren't even around here. She's got a Native American on her back.
No, but I get it. Like you said, you can't walk in like that. Like, hey, like you said, you want to fit in. You want to have that same.
You don't want to be different.
Yeah.
Because at that age, you're still trying to figure out where your place is and everything and how you want to fit in. And
like
this
everybody
is the first
showing up.
group I
Right.
had.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're not part of it.
Well, it looked like I was trying to be better than them.
Better than them.
Or
And
different,
Or
you know?
different. Or struggling. Like everybody's showing up to school with Air Jordans. You got
yeah.
Etonics with the fucking hawk fucking wing on the side of it. Or something. You know?
Everyone's wearing Jordans and you've got your Pippins on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have kangaroos with the pocket in the side, and you're like, well, I got 50 cents in my shoes, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that age, you're not comfortable enough as who you are to be like, hey, my mom got this for me. I don't fucking care what you think I'm wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
And there were some kids
Exactly.
on my team who wouldn't give a fuck. And now I look back with admiration. I wish I had that much
At that age?
semblance of who I was at that age.
There was a few guys on my team that didn't give a shit, and one of them goes to the kids, and he was the quarterback. Was Peter. Right? I've been friends with that kid since grade school. And he was the epitome of the blonde-haired, blue-eyed quarterback, athletic.
Incidentally,
funny.
all named Brad usually.
Yeah. And his name's Peter, and he was, the all-American kid, and he's the fucking coolest, nicest kid you'll ever meet to this day.
Oh, I know him well. He's
Brad
a good
knows
guy.
him.
Real good
He's
guy.
a great guy. Hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there was other guys that were douchebags that I never had an issue with, but you could see they were just shitty.
Yeah.
They were just shitty people. And like you said, I did not issues, but like my cleats weren't the high end fucking Nike cleats that they were wearing.
Right. And they bust your balls
and they
about
bust
it.
my balls about it. Matter of fact, I played the first half of my freshman season wearing sneakers as an offensive lineman.
Which shouldn't have affected you on the bench.
Yeah.
at all.
Well, I was always a starter. Always a starter from day one.
Cleanest shoes on the field.
Actually, Brad questioned me, and Pete fucking set you straight.
Well, don't make it sound so dramatic. He just indicated that you played.
He indicated that I was a starter and played with them.
There was no thunderclap or anything.
No.
Let's get over the drama here.
Yeah, relax, Al Bundy.
No.
We're talking about high school football in Rhode Island.
Brad accused me of being a bench warmer and all this shit, and Pete was like, "No, he's my starting offensive lineman."
Brad was
for
probably referring
fucking
to the
ever."
rest of your life.
Yeah, I was a bench warmer. Yeah.
No. R.
Yeah.
R.
Yes.
Is this past?
Yes.
R.
As we say so many times, thank you, Dave, for getting it.
Yeah.
But anyway, my worst gift kind of reflects. It wasn't a bad gift. It was a great gift, but it was destroyed before being wrapped and handed to me.
Oh, please tell me it's. Go ahead.
It was my great grandma, bought me a baseball glove, a nice Rawlings, beautiful glove.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Proceeded to write my name on every finger of the glove. In the palm, across the top of the wrist. It had my name. It was ridiculous.
Wait, was it just your first name or your full name?
No, my full name. And underlined.
Oh, just in case.
Just in case, with black marker. Not like she was like, this is an expensive glove. I don't want anybody to steal it from you. And I'm like, yeah, but you could have wrote it on it once. She's like, yes, but it could have been blocked out and done something. So I'm like, you took this beautiful brand new glove and destroyed it with a fucking magic marker.
Crossed off like Bo Jackson's name on the bottom.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. It was written from fucking on every single finger on both sides.
That's amazing.
And in the palm.
Yeah, Cal Ripken Botello.
yeah.
That what I ended up doing, and I hated that I did this, but what I ended up doing.
Sand it off?
No, I went and got a magic mark, and the glove was black.
Oh, you colored it all
I colored
black?
the entire glove in.
Oh.
I colored the entire glove in because it was ridiculous. I get what she was doing.
I used to write
My grandmother trusted no one.
The same grandma that used to steal
You don't
batteries.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I used to write my name on my gloves, like
No,
on
you-
the inside
on
of the
the
leather strap
inside
that
of
went
the
over your
leather
wrist.
strap.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you know me, I also write my name on my coolers.
Yes, he
anything
does.
that's gonna end up someplace else.
Dave left a cooler at my house, and he wrote,
It was just my last name.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was just his last name, and I wrote "not"
in front of it.
in front of it, and then had it on my deck for months. Yeah.
Yep.
I love showing up here every week because it's written on his garbage cans, and I'm like, appropriate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is also the house where I left the lawnmower out in front of the house, still warm for 5 minutes, and someone took it. It was the night before trash day.
You
And
live around way too many Portuguese people. You
That's
leave
what it
something on
is.
your front lawn, they're like, those people are throwing that out
yeah,
and taking it.
which is ridiculous. Every front lawn is pristine. Tiger Woods could putt on every front lawn and then go trash picking in the backyard.
Yeah. Yep.
Not on yours without repelling equipment.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. But yeah, that was the word, and it wasn't. That's the thing, is it wasn't a bad gift. It was a fantastic gift. It was a beautiful fucking raw.
you weren't going to use it how it was given to you.
Yeah, I couldn't walk out there like, hey, check this out.
Look at my glove. It's mine.
It's apparently it's mine.
Anybody see my glove? Oh yeah, we all have.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually did the same thing to my aunt. I got a first baseman's mitt.
Yep.
And that was always my position. I loved it.
Yep.
So my dad went out and got us a nice Mizuno. And I really was happy with this glove. But my aunt, not getting the memo, this is before Facebook and email, didn't get the memo, also bought me a nice glove. And that year, because I'm 10, I'm like, oh, look, Dad, I got another great mitt.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him saying, what do I do here? I don't know what to do. And just have two gloves, dude.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get my head around that
Yeah.
because I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
And so
Agreed.
I gotta stop hitting softballs.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
the only balls you could hit anyway. Fucking bench warmer.
Present tense.
Yeah.
Fucking love you guys. So anyway, that was it. I'm not going to go any further with this story. I'm an asshole. Let's move on. Best gift, Dave. Go.
Best gift, without a doubt. I was young. I can't pinpoint the age, but it was Transformers Omega Supreme.
Who is Omega Supreme?
He was a Transformer that had it was like train tracks, but
Yes.
it turned into a tank, and you could put the tank on the track, and he would drive around it, and there was a tower that went with it. He
Yep.
used his whole setup. It was fucking
How did
badass.
I miss it? I mean,
do
I'm a little
remember
older
that.
than you.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not much.
I'm not
do
as old as
remember
he
that.
is. I don't remember that one.
He wasn't like big in the TV show or the cartoons.
No, I do remember that because
he showed up in like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, I do
maybe.
remember that toy because I know somebody whose younger brother got it,
It was awesome.
and I was like, I want that.
It was that was the one Christmas I distinctly remember opening that present and everything else stopped. I didn't care about anything else wrapped under the tree.
Yeah.
I set it up immediately and started playing with it. I didn't care about any of the gifts.
Yeah,
Wow.
You're like, fuck that, fuck
Yeah,
those gifts.
it was
I've
that-
never
it-
had one of those.
It was that gift. I was like, you know what? I didn't ask for it or want it, but when I saw it, I was like, that's it. I
That's
can
it.
die happy
That's-
at
When
7.
I got G.I. Joe Sky Striker, I was close.
All right.
I was close because that one was the badass jet with the pop-out wings and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That thing was pretty badass.
That's cool.
But I still open my other gifts. I never had that one momentary. There would have been one, and I'll get to that when I hit my story.
Yeah, like eventually I got to the other gifts, but that's the one I had to open it immediately and play with it. It was fucking
That's badass.
awesome.
yeah,
Now I'll also say, kind of on a side note, I had an aunt who just passed away last year, who used to give me the coolest little gifts. They weren't big, but I remember they were like little puzzles and games. She always would like put money inside of them or something.
Yeah.
There's like a 20 or 30 bucks in there.
Yeah.
And I had to do this puzzle or this maze with a marble and shit to get it out. And I would sit and play with those things for hours just to get in there. And those, looking back on it now, are cool presents.
it's
a fun memory.
It's a fun gift.
It was
yeah.
very, at the time I was like, all right, it's cool. I get some cash, whatever. But looking back, I remember those things.
We should do that with his microphone every week. Like put a beer at the end of the puzzle. Just
Yeah.
have him figure out how to.
Hang
We're not
a fucking
recording.
carrot off the front of it. Just keep staring at it.
Well, then you won't hear me all weekend. I'll be like, hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm way over here.
Fucking carrot. It's Dave.
A cupcake. I'm sorry.
It's more like it. Then,
What's Dave chasing after? Bruschetta.
yes. There was some sprinkled cheese left on the table.
Yeah.
He'll be back in 5 minutes.
He's got his head level with the countertop, and he's in the sweeping motion.
That's it.
Craig, the gift that changed your life.
To me, it was. I think I've said it before. Was the AT-AT, the Star Wars AT-AT.
Oh.
That was the same thing. When I opened that, immediately I was like, "This needs to be put together
Right now.
right now."
Yep.
You know what I mean? And while it was being put together, I opened some other gifts, but with my head turned facing that thing, like, I need that to be together now. What is taking you people so long? Fucking let's go. You know,
And get those action figures in there with no articulation in their knees.
yes. Because
Stick them out straight forward.
yeah, because that was, to me, that thing was, that was a bigger. You knew that was the expensive one.
That
was
was
the
the
one
gift.
that was gonna and I didn't expect it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was fucked up. I mean, I didn't expect any of my gifts at that time. You know, and that was the one that I was like, holy crap! Like, that's fucking.
If I got
awesome.
that now, I'd be like, yeah.
I was a BMX rat.
Oh.
When I was a kid, everybody was skating, and I was a BMX rat. I watched Rad more times I wore out the tape. I'm convinced that Talia Shire is the common thread between the 3 greatest movies of all time. That would be Rocky, The Godfather, and Rad.
Oh my God.
It's the triumvirate. But that aside, I love my BMX, and I pushed for a Harrow Master, which was like their top end bike at the time. And I needed to have this bike. And I had just gotten a bike from like fucking Sears a year earlier.
Yeah.
And my dad, it was a Kent Ambush, and my dad talked about that thing like it was the greatest bike ever to grace Earth. He would call it Black Beauty and tell me how wrong I was for not riding it and this and that.
We're talking about the bike still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was long and hard and swollen and veiny. And it
made you walk funny after you rode it.
It did make me walk funny, and it was no good on jumps. Terrible on overseas trips. But anyway, I got my Harrow Master, but I had to work for it on Christmas morning. I woke up on Christmas morning, and my parents were good to us. There was a flood of boxes in that.
Yeah.
The gifts. But my parents said, no, you know what? We got people coming over later. We're going to make them work for this. That bike was not waiting for me under that tree.
It was, yeah.
That bike was not waiting for me next to the tree. That bike was not in the garage where I would have expected to find a bike.
Yeah.
That bike ended up in the shower in the downstairs bathroom.
They knew you weren't going to go in there.
Not at 7.
Yeah, exactly.
All right?
That's what I mean.
But they figured, you know what? We're going to make them work for this. We had a downstairs bathroom and shower, and it had room for a bike.
Yep.
And so what they did was they basically made us open all our gifts. And then around like 10:30, 11, they said, hey, you know what? We got guests coming in an hour. You got to get in the shower, put your gifts away. We got people coming. Brad, you go first. Get in the shower. And there was my bike upright in the shower.
That's freaking awesome.
So
Nice.
they made me work for it. And you know what? Then I said, I'm going to ride this thing now. And they said, nope, we got guests coming over. So I needed a few days to get on that thing. But let me tell you, I rode that bike. That was the 6th grade.
Yep.
I rode that bike probably until I got my driver's license.
Yep.
I didn't get a mountain bike. I didn't get a 10-speed and ruin it. I rode that BMX up until it couldn't go anymore.
Yep.
And I worked it. So, you know, for all the gifts that I had, them I shit all over. We all have them. We have gifts.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta have it, and you never use it.
Yeah.
This was not it. I got my money's worth.
Yeah,
out of that bike.
exactly.
So
I have a quick question. You guys both have siblings. I have a sister. Did you guys play the Who Won Christmas game in your head when you were opening presents?
I do it constantly.
Like, who got more presents or who had the bigger pile?
It's not that. I do the whose present was better that I gave to mom.
Yeah. Oh. Who kissed mom's ass the best?
Not even kiss her. I told my mother, it was 2 years ago, I called Brad immediately. I was all fired up.
Yep.
My sisters pitched in on this big gift for my mother.
So they went in together.
So and
they're trying to double up on you.
And my mother's like ecstatic over this gift.
Yeah.
She is over the moon. And I'm like, these fucking bitches, because I like every year I always get I'm very traditional. I get my mother the same thing, so I'm like,
we're talking about Christmas. He's all spiteful and shit.
Oh, so I'm like, these fucking bitches, right? So I'm like, watch this. So I went outside, and I walked around, and I found a rock on the ground that was like nice looking. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with rocks. Like, you find a nice white shiny rock, I would bring it home, give them and I would always clean them and give them to my mother all the time.
Yeah.
That's all I did when I was a kid. My mother was like furious about it. My mother had fucking rocks everywhere. Right? So the best was, I'm sitting in the kitchen.
So this is on Christmas.
Yeah,
you see her open one present and you went outside?
No, this is 2 years ago.
No, I get that part.
Yep. And no, this wasn't Christmas. This was Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, okay.
But you're talking about competition.
Yeah.
So my sisters are looking at me like, we fucking got you good, motherfucker. You got shit. Blah, blah, blah. With your stupid plant and card. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh. And then I walk up to my mother. I went outside like I was going to go have a cigarette, and I got a rock, and I fucking cleaned it, and I found a nice one. I cleaned it. I walked, and I looked right at my sister Kaylin, and I went, watch this. She looks at me and walk right up to my mother. I go, Ma, here, I wanted you to have this. And I open my hand with the rock in it. My mother just starts bawling. Takes the rock and starts crying and hugs me. And the whole time my mother's hugging me, I'm looking straight at my sister. I'm just glaring her down, smiling, and with my thumb, I'm like, fuck you.
You just won Mother's Day.
My sister was so fucking mad. She's like, you a fucking rock, you asshole. I'm like, yep. That's what happens when you're the oldest and you know how to play this shit, you stupid bitch, with your crappy ass fucking stupid fucking group gift that you fucking round up all your money for. I crushed her. I said, I right away, as I walked by, I said, you could have bought her a fucking Mercedes. I said, it wouldn't have fucking worked. She was fucking pissed.
This is an even better telling of this
that
story than when you did it when Matt was in the garage.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I think I did, yeah.
But this was way better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Way better.
But
and I'm not doing that to bust your balls. I'm just letting you know that's how good of a story it is.
I think I did tell it before.
But it doesn't end because that's what the holiday's all about.
Destroying your siblings and fucking loving your family.
You need to beat them.
And who won Christmas? To get back to Dave's question, I never had that because we actually started figuring out dollar amounts.
Oh.
My sister, who was the baby, always got the most gifts. My brother always got the best gifts. But I always had a really good balance.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one year I got a stereo, but I also got Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool toy that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was fighting for other toys this year. My mom just goes, that looks cool. And it was like, he came with every part, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome, that thing. So, yeah, I think as the middle child, that was one of the few times I actually ended up with the better part of it. But no, I never gave my mother a rock.
I didn't either.
I think I may have given her kidney stones, but I never gave her a rock.
I had given her a gift prior to that.
No, I got you.
You may have actually spent money on one.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw an audible on the play, guys. We're all in our 40s, but we're obviously all still immature. What's the gift you want this year? Go. Oh. You don't have to be that specific if you're afraid you're not going to get it.
No. I you know what's funny is I was just thinking this the other day, and I was talking to someone, I can't remember who, but I'm at the point where I don't need or want things. I like to do stuff. What? No, No. What I'm saying is, like, I don't
Wait,
need...
is that what he is or what he wants?
I was just looking to see if I had my Christmas list on my phone. I don't.
Is that what it was? Your Christmas list?
It was friends, but I don't have mine on my phone.
I don't make a list. Like, there's no thing. Like, I'd rather get, like, tickets to go to a concert. Okay. Or, you know what I mean? Like, that sort of stuff. I think that would be kind of a cool gift.
And then what?
I'm good, man.
Oh, just the tickets for the concert? What up?
Yeah, like more of these peanut butter treats that my wife made, but like...
And then what? Every year we go to on Thanksgiving at my mother's house. It's a tradition. Me and my sisters and my wife and everybody else, we all make our Christmas lists. Like we sit around, we make a Christmas list. And then everybody takes a picture of everybody else's Christmas, so you know what other people want. And it's always been right whatever. Everybody's got fucking, like I wrote 2020 fucking Chevy Silverado, fucking AR-15 Mossberg, fucking with all the attachments. You know what I mean?
You go to Florida thrift store for that stuff.
And you write all your your normal stuff on there, but everybody, and it's always been right on it, whatever you want. You know what I mean? But then, so everybody does it, but you know what everybody wants. So and we have a thing, like Kaylin just sent me a text. Hey, I bought Mom this.
Mm-hmm. So that way you don't double up.
So you don't double up. Like,
well,
hey,
we use Gifster, which is the same idea, but not nearly as heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's just this thing where you put a list, and then as soon as somebody claims it, you know not to buy it.
It's like a registry.
It's exactly
what
like
a registry. Yeah. And we just do it, and like I said, my sister will say, "Hey, I just bought Mom this. Don't get that. This and that," and it works. It's great. But my list is fucking
ridiculous.
It's insane. But I do it on purpose. It's a joke.
Right.
I really don't care if I got. It's not a joke. If I got nothing, I'd be fucking furious, and I would rip through fucking my whole family like a fucking tornado. No, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna bust my balls for this, but I don't care. But part of what I enjoy about Christmas is trying to find gifts for people that they haven't specifically asked for, but I know they'll enjoy.
I love.
Because I like someone to see, like, I like seeing someone, like, open a gift and to be like, oh, shit, that's really cool.
That's cool. I
never thought of it. Like, no. I think that's kind of part of the fun of shopping and Christmas.
I do that for my sisters. I never buy them what's on their gift.
Yeah.
I always get them something different. I love, that's one thing is silly, like you guys bust my balls. My favorite part about Christmas is fucking handing gifts to people.
I'm looking forward to mine.
Oh, you are. No, that's my favorite part is handing a gift to somebody and saying, "Here, Merry Christmas," and watching them open it, and hopefully they enjoy it. If they do, that's the best. That to me is a lot more fun than opening it. I'm not being fucking corny and fucking sappy.
I hear you.
To me, that actually is.
Didn't answer the question.
What?
What do you want this year?
A lot of shit.
Come here, sit on my lap.
Yeah. World peace. No, fucking kidding.
Like something realistic, not like a makeover or something.
Just kidding. I don't want that.
I want a better neck, Santa.
Yeah.
You got any more of them necks over there? Yeah.
No, if anything, would probably be something for the show. Probably a roadcaster or something.
Was that talent?
Yep.
Success, fame, notoriety.
Yeah. No, it'd probably be something, equipment for the show. Would be my thing, like the roadcaster.
Because that's what's holding us back.
Or the
if we get that one thing, we're off.
We get that roadcaster that comes with like 11,000 fans in the box.
or an M4.
Okay.
That's it.
The tool to make the show successful, or the tool to express his disappointment that it wasn't.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Amen to that.
All right, and how about you?
I want AirPods.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I want AirPods.
You want your little wireless earbuds, and that's it.
I want to look like everybody else in New York when I go down.
Well, you need to buy smaller jeans, grow a beard, and look down at everybody, but try to be open at the same time. Criticize people for having an opinion.
No, it's great. His ears are so big, you just pull them out of his pocket and chuck it at the side of his head. And it's going to end up in there.
At what point did you get the balls to criticize looks?
You can just use Beats as earpods.
They would be cheaper and vegan.
Just buy 2 wireless outdoor speakers.
Holy fuck. My birthday ain't until January, dicks.
We're warming up.
All right, abortion face. You enjoy it
And
now.
where's your Beats? I lost them. But I keep hearing Black Sabbath every time I go.
These earbuds are made by West Marine.
I can't find my earbuds.
That's funny.
They're good to a depth of 30 feet.
That was funny.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Yep.
The only other thing I'd want for Christmas is people to listen to our show.
Yep. There you go.
Tell their friends about it.
Subscribers.
Craig is more likely to get that Silverado.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Hope I get it.
Yeah.
You know, knowing your family, you will. All right.
It'll be someone else's, but he'll get it.
I'll get it, yeah.
That was the least funny roundup ever, folks. All right. All right, let's do a little housekeeping. Let's wrap this bitch up. All right, if you want to find us on social media, Craig can be found nowhere because nobody wants to be social with us. But for the rest of us, you can go on Twitter at NTS_podcast. You go to Facebook at NTS_podcast and get us on Instagram at Needless to Say Podcast, all lowercase. If you want to buy our shirts, I assure you Craig didn't spell on them. You want to go to represent.com/store/NTS podcast. Also, we do have something to say, and unfortunately, I've got to let Craig say it. Over at Endeavor Podcast Solutions. Craig, take it, you illiterate, stuttering home.
Endeavor Podcast Solutions for all of your podcasting needs. Production, editing, whatever you need, they got it. EndeavorPodcastSolutions.com.
Outstanding. And since Dave has had way too much mic time tonight, needless to say, we said it.